Hi, my name is Alexa Hales, and I will be doing the impromptu for the Union High School FBLA. Today, I would like to talk to you a little bit about ethical leadership. Ethical leadership, in my opinion, or how I like to describe it, is one of the terms that can seem really big and daunting when we first hear it, but by breaking it down, we can see that it's actually a really basic principle. So ethical leadership clearly has the word ethics in it, and ethics is something that can kind of get crazy in this big concept. But kind of the basic principle of ethics is something that the FBLA guidelines really emphasizes in some of their key concepts. And ethical leadership is just kind of emulating respect as a leader and emulating honesty, to prepare for citizenship and to foster patriotism. And I think that this is a great foundation for ethical leadership. Ethical leadership, I think, is something that anyone can really act upon and use in their daily life. We think of someone with leadership as having to have or maintain this big role like a CEO or a CFO. But really, we can use ethical leadership in day-to-day activities in school, or even if you're someone who's holding an entry-level job position. Ethical leadership is something that you can still use, and when you use it continually throughout a long period of time, you'll develop it more. So if you do progress to a higher level job, you will already have the skills necessary for being able to use ethical leadership. And ethical leadership is something that where if we look back in history, we can really see how ethical leadership benefited large companies, and how it also was a company's maybe major downfall. A great example of this would be Enron. And Enron was a very large trading company, mostly involved in natural gas, but as the company grew, they expanded that a little bit. But they mostly originated in natural gas, and they were the combination of two smaller companies in Texas that combined. And this is really great for smaller companies to do because it allowed them to combine assets. And in natural gas in the early 90s, when this was taking place, there wasn't really a lot of rules on natural gas and it wasn't very heavy regulated. And we start to see the fall of Enron when this shifted in the late 90s and there was some more regulations added to it. And Enron they didn't have exclusive access to the properties that they once did. And so they were losing assets fairly quickly. And so they started doing what we call market to market accounting. And market to market accounting is where you recognize future trades before they actually happen. That way you can convey this to people that are interested in trading with you, and this makes your numbers look a lot better. And it's not lying, but it isn't really ethical. And because of this, they started losing trades. They weren't making all the trades they were claiming to have made, and they started losing money very rapidly. And a company that was once estimated to be worth over $60 million had to file for bankruptcy. And this was a huge scandal in America. And it really highlighted some flaws in business. And market to market accounting is something that a lot of people were practicing. And so it kind of highlighted this so other people could look at this and see if that's what was happening in trades that they were also making. As I said earlier, developing character, prepare for useful citizenship, and to foster patriotism is one of the FBLA guidelines that I think really highlights a basic of ethical leadership. Another is to encourage and practice efficient money management. And these are all FBLA guidelines that can help us from a young age practice ethical leadership. And when we do this young, it helps us to be able to make good decisions early on and carry this into future business. And this is how we have great business leaders in America. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.